Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Oh my goodness, I've not said this in so long. Welcome back to my channel. This is Jumi A here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jumi and I make faith-based content to encourage, to inspire, and to give you hope. So if you'd like to stick around, please subscribe to this channel. So there's a quote that I heard once and it literally just changed my whole perspective on dating. And it's this: there isn't the one, Jesus is the one. I'm meeting guys and talking to them, get to know them, of course, but it hasn't really led anywhere. I'm one that has never been in a relationship, right? I'm 28 years old. I've never said yes to anyone. And it's just for various reasons. But it's one thing I'll say. I've always wanted to be with one person. I always had this idea where the person that I call my boyfriend, the person I enter into a relationship with, is the person that I believe is my husband. And that's a prayer that I said when I was younger too, that, I didn't want to, be in a relationship, go from relationship to relationship. I just wanted to just meet the person that I feel like will be my husband. So over the years, I've met guys, but I've never felt like, this is it, this is the one I want to be with. I believe this is my husband. I've always prayed about it, never got that yes from God. I'm an overthinker. So unless I've just overthought it so much to the point where I'm like, okay, no, I don't really think this is it. So I've talked to a couple of guys, throughout my lifetime. And yeah, one thing I'm realizing with dating, and one thing God has shown me, even through that quote, there isn't the one, Jesus is the ones that just no one is perfect. Nobody is perfect but Jesus. I'm always striving for perfection. I've always wanted, perfection in everything. And I took that same idea to dating as well, perfectionism. If the person didn't do this one thing, it's like, okay, well, I'm not going to do it, or I'm not going to go through with it because he doesn't care about me. He didn't text me back. He didn't say good morning. He didn't do this. He didn't take me up. So this is how I've been approaching dating, almost like where I would overanalyze everything. And it's just, I'm learning that no man is perfect, no matter what. And this is why I'm saying, like, Jesus is the one. Jesus is perfect. Jesus is everything. We were made as human beings to be in communion with God. That thing that we're looking, that completeness that you look for when you're dating, that fulfillment, that filler that you're looking for, is only found in Jesus. It cannot be found in anyone. If you look for that in people, you're going to keep getting disappointed. And I've been disappointed even in dating, even talking to guys. I haven't even been in a relationship yet. And I've been disappointed by men that has not fulfilled my expectations. But only Jesus can fulfill my expectations. Jesus is the one for me. I have learned in my life, now more than ever, that Jesus is everything. I love Jesus so much. And Jesus is everything. Jesus is everything. Jesus is the one for me. He never disappoints me. He never leaves me. He never forsakes me. He's always there when I need him. In fact, sometimes I'm not there when he needs me. When he wants to talk to me, I'm not there. But he's always there. He's the orchestrator of our lives. He's the one that never fails. It's Jesus, not man. So I am learning to not to take away that expectation when it comes to dating. Take away that expectation because people cannot fulfill it. Now, of course, this is not a license to settle. This is not a license to just, okay, be with everyone and then, it'll be okay. No. Yes, if someone is not respecting you, someone is not, pulling their weight, of course, you make a decision whether or not you want to be with that person. We still need to be led in dating. But this is just to say that even a good person will fail. Even the person that is meant for you will fail you. We cannot have that expectation going into marriage, because we are all human beings. We all have our shortcomings. I have my shortcomings. I am not perfect myself, so why would I have that expectation for someone else when I can't even meet the standard? As I'm preparing for marriage and going into the season of finding my husband, letting go of this idea that, of that feeling you're going to feel when you meet your person, it's not always, that feeling is not always going to be there. I believe marriage is designed to make you more like Jesus, to learn to accept people for who they are, to go on the journey of two becoming one. But it's not always going to be roses and sunshine and everything's going to be perfect. When you meet your person, it's going to be perfect. No, even your person will fail. Your person will make mistakes. Your person has to grow into the husband that God has called them to be. I have to grow to be the wife that God has called me to be. So that is a journey of learning to love like how Jesus loves the church. That's marriage. Sometimes, again, the church is messy. So your wife or your husband can be messy. It's not always going to be 100% perfect all the time. So that perfection has to go. Even when you meet the person that is in God's will for you to marry, it's not going to be perfect. Marriage is hard. Marriage is hard. Hence why in the Bible, Apostle Paul says it's better to be single, because marriage is hard. Marriage is hard work. And I think social media has kind of fooled us a little bit to make it seem as, oh yes, it's perfect. You meet your person, it's gonna be, this beautiful, But even marrying the right person may not be that picture perfect life. It's gonna take learning, growing, pruning. But again, the goal is to be more like Jesus. The fruits of the Spirit. Galatians 22-23. But the Holy Spirit produces this kind of fruit in our lives: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. There is no law against these things. So, I believe this is what a good marriage produces. These things, these traits. It helps you to be more joyful, right? More patient with your husband or wife. More have self-control. To be faithful. This is what God requires of us at the end, right? So marriage is a beautiful thing. It can produce these things. But the journey to get here is not going to be all sunshines and roses. It's going to take time. It's going to take prayer. A marriage without prayer is a marriage that's not going to work. The enemy is after good marriages. The enemy is after, it wants to break up the home, right? It wants to cause division, cause strife among married couples, among, families. But this is the fruit that's produced, right? When we lean on Jesus and lean on God and not on our own desires and not on our flesh. When you find that person, when you know who that person is, it's not to glorify them. Yes, I believe that God can give you what you desire, right? You want someone that can pray with you. You want someone that is kind, someone that treats you like a princess. I believe that God is so good. He can give us what we want, right? But even that person that you want, right? That person that fulfills your list of things that you desire in a partner will fail, will have their shortcomings, will not always make you happy. Marriage was not designed to make you happy, right? It's to make you holy. It will not make you happy all the time. There will be moments where you're confused. There will be moments where, I'm not sure what's going on, or maybe you guys are on the same page, or, there's miscommunication. There will be moments like that. But have peace, to be encouraged, knowing that God is with you and God will help you have a good marriage, right? So these are things that I'm learning. These are things that, as I'm dating, okay, I'm like, okay, God, what do I need in a partner? It's not about what the person's doing, what he didn't do, not the surface things. Is okay, God, even if this person's not perfect, does he have what I need? Can he help me fulfill my purpose? Does he have the qualities that will help me be successful at the end of my life? And that success is fulfilling purpose. Can he help me do that? That's number one for me, right? Are we compatible, right? Can we be friends? That is number two important for me. Do we have a good friendship? Can I be myself around this person? Does this person accept me for who I am? Can I accept him for who he is? If he never changes, if I never change, can he accept me for who I am, right? So these are the questions, right? That's like, okay, these are the important things, right? I believe like everything else, you have to, grow into it. You have to give your partner grace. Like how God gives us grace when we're not perfect, when we mess up. That's the same thing with the extent to our partners too. As long as the person has these major, things, right? which is the fulfillment of purpose. The person's a Christian, the person prays. These are major things that are non-negotiables. But everything else, I believe, can be worked on, and that's what I'm learning too. Everything else can be worked on. Everything can be, can be modified, as long as the person loves you, right? Does the person love me? Does the person truly want to be with me, or is committed to me? Because I do believe that you have to make a decision. Do you want to be committed to this person or not? That's a big thing as well. That'll be probably number 3 as well. Are you committed? Do you want to commit to this person? It's a decision. If the person in their hearts truly wants to commit to you, truly wants to, help you be the person God's called you to be, that's a commitment. And that's important too. Jesus is the one for us. For me, for you, Jesus is the one. The more that we make Jesus our cornerstone, our rock, we continue to allow him to fill us up. That relationship, that love will overflow to everything that we do, to our friendships, to our dating life, to our marriages. We will become more like him. So that when people, right, our spouses, our, boyfriends, girlfriend, when they mess up, right, when they fall short, we can give them grace because God gives us grace. We can have healthy relationships. We can learn to communicate better when we continue to fill our lives with Jesus. This is the result. So continue to have a relationship with Jesus. Know that he is everything. There's nothing, no one can replace him. We are designed for relationship with him. Nobody can replace him. And many times I feel like this is how divorces even happen, right? And breakdowns, because is that unfulfilled expectation. Only Jesus can fulfill everything that we want. Like, it's only him, not anyone else. So the more that we look up, we fill our lives with him, the more everything else is better. The more we have more clarity in our relationships as well. So that's it. That's what God has been showing me in this time. That's what I feel like I'm learning. Anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you like this video, let me know in the comments down below. Like, comment, subscribe. And until next time, peace, love, and happiness. Bye.